And it's a way to say, well, oh, of course, it's natural that the valley is a garden. And we also call these seed mothers, we also call them mothers, Rabbi. And they are basically called mothers because they're full of seeds that when we break them open, they, we give it to the world. And so it's a very sacred thing. But I noticed usually we use a stick and a rock. And I went outside looking all around here, and there are no rocks.
There are no rocks. I got keys.
Okay. But also, Nate had this other idea to smash them together, which feels very violent, but it might work if we gently do it.
You want to do the honors?
Pinata.
Well, let's see. I've used this saw to cut them open. Let's try and break them.
Want a stick?
You smash.
Yeah.
Close. It's gonna. It's like a pinata.
Yeah.
Oh, these are good seeds.
They're very good seeds. And in
You
Egypt,
never know what you're gonna find inside.
we don't eat the seeds, but in Egypt, I understand they do. And they're used for medicine. Oh, yeah. Wow.
They're perfect. Actually, these are a little riper. You have the one in yours.
Pull it out again.
And yeah, you think when you see these gourds, you think that you think they're rotting. When you harvest them, they're still green, and you have to put them somewhere dry with some air circulation, and they're going to look like this for a while. They're going to look like they're rotting, but inside, the seeds are just fine. This is what nature intended, and like I said earlier, these come from, oh, I didn't say that to any of you. I said that on your video. These things come from, this is a species that originated in Africa, African bottlewood, like an area, a sicker area. And it traveled around the world before people did. Before we were able to build boats, these things floated to other countries. There's archaeological evidence of bottle gourds on this continent from thousands of years ago. And so there are domesticated versions here that are all of the Indian bottle gourds that you see, or purple martin birdhouse gourds. Those were probably developed here 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. And this one traveled from Africa to Palestine and became a beloved local heirloom there. But yeah, because they float and they are really quite hard, they can float across the ocean.
Yeah, and also we grow them, obviously they're a summer crop, so they create a little shade. So even if you live in the city, a lot of people in cities and towns, you'll see that they grow one because like from 1 or 2 seeds, you have a shaded driveway and people sit and either park their car or drink tea in the summer. And they really beautify the whole world. And but to eat them, because a lot of people who have grown them here didn't know what to do with them. But we harvest them when they're very young, they're very small, like this big, and we peel them and then we core them and stuff them with rice or whatever and cook them. But also you can saute them. But they really have to be picked very young and soft.
I think that this whole one, even though it's so big and beautiful, I don't think these seeds are going to be viable. I just cracked some open and the kernels look too small. But that one has really good ones. So again, you would have thought that one was going to be better. But again, this was just not on the vine quite long enough. So don't harvest those ones in Princeton yet. Just leave
The issue is that they're used to, by October, for us it's dry. But here, it's really wet, and also they're not used to that much water, so we grew them with the Hudson Valley Seed Company, and in the Hudson Valley we get so much rain, they went insane. They took over an acre